Welcome to Shreveport Connection. This is Tommy. This video is on your This Day in Wrestling history from May 1st through, I'm trying to get to the 4th at least. Alright, 1980 on May 1st, Jumbo Tsuruta won the AJPW Champions Carnival, defeating Dick Slater in the finals after both men tied on 19 points. 1990, Paul Heyman returned to the NWA as Paul E. Dangerously during a TV taping in Rainsville, Alabama, kicking off his second and most successful run with the promotion. 2006, WWE signed a deal to hold the first house show for a newly relaunched ECW brand at the former ECW Arena. It would be the only show the new brand would hold there. Also in 2006, WWE Raw was highlighted by a shoot-style promo from Joey Styles in which his storyline quit the company. This was done part of the push by WWE to launch an ECW brand of their own. 2007, Vince McMahon became the second reader-voted inductee into the Gerwick Hall of Fame, securing 72% of the vote. 2007, WWE's website announced that evening that Tough 103 champion Matt Cappotelli underwent surgery in Boston, Massachusetts to remove a malignant brain tumor, with the surgery being deemed successful. Cappotelli would never return to the ring following the surgery. 2008, TNA released former Knockout champion Roxy. Roxy and Rocka Khan had been serving a 60-day suspension following a backstage issue that became physical several weeks back from an Impact taping. In the midst of the suspension, the decision was not made to bring her back. 2008, on May 1st, Shawn Michaels was inducted into the Gerwick Hall of Fame, securing 89% of the reader votes. In 2009, Kane was inducted into the Gerwick Hall of Fame, securing 73% of the reader votes. And in 2012, Arn Anderson was inducted into the Gerwick Hall of Fame, securing 88% of the reader votes. 2012, Anarquia of Mexican America was released by TNA on May 1st. Other events in 1987, WWF ran Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania at the Civic Center. Outback Jack defeated Steve Lombardi. Book of Waller, by the way. Ron Bass defeated Lanny Poffo. Leaping Lanny. That's the genius. Jacques and Raymond Rougeau defeated the new Dream Team of Greg Valentine and Dino Bravo. The Honky Tonk Man defeated Pedro Morales. The Can-Am Connection of Tom Zink, the Z-Man, and Rick LaMotta Martel defeating Don the Rock Morocco and Cowboy Bob Orton Jr. Hacksaw Jim Duggan defeated the Iron Sheik. Coco Beware defeated Danny Davis. WWF World Champion Hulk Hogan defeated Kamala by disqualification. In 1999, ECW held a live event at the Expo Sports Center in Cocoa Beach, Florida. Super Crazy defeated Mosco de la Merced. Spike Dudley won a Battle Royal. Steve Corino defeated Nova. Yoshihiro Tajiri defeated Little Greedo. Balls Mahoney defeated Rob Price. ECW World Tag Team Champions, the Dudley Boys of Bubba Ray and Devon, defeated Danny Doring Roadkill. ECW World TV Champion Rob Van Dam defeated Spike Dudley. And in your main event, Tommy Dreamer, Jerry Lynn, and Francine defeated Just Incredible, Lance Storm, and Dawn Marie. In 2005, WWE Backlash was a Raw exclusive event held at the Verizon Wireless Arena in Manchester, New Hampshire. With an attendance of 14,000 even, Sunday Night Heat was Tyson Tomko defeated Val Petus Vetus. on the pay-per-view, Shelton Benjamin defeated Chris Jericho to retain the WWE Intercontinental title. The Hurricane with Rosie won a tag team turmoil match to win the World Tag Team titles. The tag teams in the match were WWE Tag Team Champions William Regal and Tajiri, Maven and Simon Dean, the Heartthrobs of Antonio and Romeo, and La Resistance of Robert Conway and Savon Grenier. Edge defeated Chris Benoit in a last man standing match. Kane with Lita defeated Viscera with Trish Stratus. Hulk Hogan and Shawn Michaels defeated Muhammad Hassan and Daivari. And Batista defeated Triple H with Ric Flair in his corner to retain the World Heavyweight title. 2011 Extreme Rules was held at the St. Pete's Times Forum in Tampa, Florida, with an attendance of 10,000. Following the event, John Cena addressed the live audience to announce the death of Osama bin Laden. Dark match, Sin Cara defeated Tyson Kidd on the pay-per-view. Randy Orton defeated CM Punk in the last man standing match. The new Nexus was banned from ringside. Kofi Kingston defeated Sheamus in a tables match to win the United States title. Michael Cole and Jack Swagger defeated Jim Ross and Jared the King Lawler in a country whipping match. Rey Mysterio Jr. defeated Cody Rhodes in a Falls Count Anywhere match. Layla defeated Michelle Cole in an ODQ. Loser leave WWE match. I guess I've been Michelle Nicole left. Christian defeated Alberto Del Rio with Brodus Clay and Ricardo Rodriguez in a ladder match to win the vacant World Heavyweight title. Kane and the Big Show defeated the Core of Wade Barrett and Ezekiel Jackson in a lumberjack match to retain the WWF Tag Team titles. Wow, I didn't know that Ezekiel Jackson was part of the Core either. I learned something new in this one. John Cena defeated The Miz and John Morrison in a triple threat cage match to win the WWE title. Title changes on May 1st. 1964, Killer Kowalski defeated WWF World Champion Bruno Sammartino by disqualification in Waterbury, Connecticut. Didn't know they had title changes with the disqualification. 1965, WWF World Champion Bruno Sammartino defeated Waldo Von Erich in Patterson, New Jersey. 1981, Gene and Ole Anderson defeated Paul Jones and Max Superstar to win the NWA World Tag Team title in Richmond, Virginia. 1981 also, Harley Race defeated Tommy Wildfire Rich to retain the NWA World title. 1981, Super Destroyer defeated Jim Garvin to win the MSW Louisiana title. That's Mid-South Wrestling. Well, if you didn't know, you better call me, bro. 1981 also, Mike George defeated Bob Sweeten to win the TSW Tri-States title. 1981, Bob Backlund defeated the WWF title against NWF World Champion Antonio Inoki at El Torrio de Cuatro Caminos. The two fought to a draw in the best of 2 out of 3 falls in Mexico City, Mexico. 1984, during a broadcast of WCW, Tully Blanchard defeated Mark Youngblood to win the NWA TV title. And after that, I don't think you ever seen Mark Youngblood again. During Blanchard's reign, the belt was renamed the NWA World Television title. 1983, Brian Christopher defeated Jeff Jarrett to win the USWA Southern Heavyweight title in Memphis, Tennessee. 1994, Shinya Hashimoto defeated Tatsumi Fujinami to win the IWGP Heavyweight title. 1994, Rick Rude defeated Sting to win the WCW International World title, but suffered a back injury in the match, which would prove to be career-ending. 1995, Jared King Lawler defeated Razor Ramon to win the USWA Unified World Heavyweight title on the same show. PG-12 defeated Brickhouse Brown and the Gambler for the USWA Tag Team titles in Memphis, Tennessee. 1998, Toshiaki Kawada defeated Mitsuharu Misawa to win the AJPW Triple Crown. 1998, Booker T defeated Chris Benoit to win the WCW TV title. 2002, the 24/7 rule on the WWF Hardcore title sees the belt pass from Steve Richards to Tommy Jr. to Goldust back to Richards. Birthdays on May 1st. Happy birthday to two-time PWG World Champion Human Tornado, turn 31. Former WCW and WWE wrestler Dave Taylor, 57. Former NWA Hawaii star Neff Maivia turned 86. And the first AAA Reina de Reinas, Cochito Hamada, turned 44. And memoriam for May 1st on this day in 2003, the Wrestling World lost former WWF and WCW valet Miss Elizabeth at the age of 42. Liz began her stint in the wrestling industry working as ring girl and valet in Angelo Papa's ICW promotion. It was there that she met Randy Ooh, yes, Macho Man Savage, and she would marry him. In 1984, the following year, Savage introduced Liz as his manager in the WWF, which, with her first major angle coming in 1986 when Georgiana Bastille developed a crush on her, leading to a jealous reaction from Savage. The next year, she was instrumental in the formation of the Mega Powers, running backstage to ask Hulk Hogan for help. When Honky Tonk Man and the Hart Foundation attacked Savage, 1988 saw Elizabeth at the peak of her popularity. She repeatedly accompanied both Hogan and Savage to ringside, though would ultimately become the catalyst in the breakup of their relationship. In a match against the Twin Towers, Akeem threw Savage against Elizabeth, knocking her unconscious. Hogan, concerned for her safety, carried her to the backstage area, leaving Savage to take the beating in the ring. Upon regaining consciousness, Elizabeth told Hogan to return to the ring, but he was met with an angry Macho Man who slapped Hogan around and abandoned him to wrestle the match alone. Elizabeth found herself torn between the warring duo and stood in a neutral corner in their match at WrestleMania 5, following which Savage replaced her with Sensational Sherry. Elizabeth appeared sporadically across the next few years, but would reunite with Savage at WrestleMania 7, defending her man from Sherry. This led to Liz and Savage's famous on-screen wedding at SummerSlam from 1991, which led to two further feuds with Jake the Snake Roberts and Ric Flair, before Liz left the WWF in 1992, divorcing Savage shortly after. She worked for ESPN as a commentator on speedboat racing before reappearing in WCW, where she served as a valet to Savage, Flair, the NWO, and Eric Bischoff, then Luger at different times. Before being released in 2000, following her WCW departure, Liz stayed out of the wrestling business, working the front desk at Lex Luger and Sting's gym. This was advertised for the 2002 WWA shows, even accompanying Luger on the tour, but didn't make an on-camera appearance. Less than 6 months later, she was found dead at Luger's house with an overdose of drugs and alcohol combination. It was Luger himself who made the 911 call, which was later played on an episode of WWE Confidential. May the 2nd, 1964, WWF champion Bruno Sammartino defeated Boris Malenko in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. 2008, on an episode of SmackDown, Vickie Guerrero stripped The Undertaker of the WWE World Championship in retaliation for Taker injuring Edge at the Backlash pay-per-view. The previous week, Guerrero also banned Undertaker's Go-Go Plata, Hell's Gate submission. Events on May 2nd, 1987. AWA Superclash 2 was held at the Cow Palace in Daly City, California, with an attendance of 2,800. Sheik Adnan Al Casey defeated Buck Zumhoff. DJ Peterson fought Super Ninja to a draw. Sherry Martel defeated Medusa Maselli to retain the AWA Women's title. Kurt Hennig defeated Nick Bockwinkel to win the AWA World title. Midnight Rockers of Shawn Michaels and Marty Jannetty and Ray Stevens defeated Buddy Wolf, Doug Summers, and Kevin Kelly. Jerry Blackwell defeated Boris Zukov. Jimmy Superfly Snuka and Russ Francis defeated the terrorists Brian Knobs and the mercenary Ron Fuller. 1991, WWF held a live event at the Wembley Arena in London, England. The results are Dave Taylor, Tony Sinclair, and Danny Collins defeated Drew McDonald, Chick Cullen, and Johnny Smith. Coca Beware defeated Brooklyn Brawler. Jim Hacksaw Duggan defeated the Barbarian. Davey Boy Smith defeated WWF Intercontinental Champion Mr. Perfect by countout. Power and Glory of Paul Roman Hercules defeated the Bushwhackers. Luke Butch. Berserker substituting for Rick Martel defeated Tito Santana. The Hart Foundation, Bret Hart and Jim Anvil defeated Demolition. Greg the Hammer Valentine defeated Haku. The Ultimate Warrior defeated The Undertaker by disqualification. In 1993, WCW held a live event in Harrisburg, Virginia, at the high school. Vinny Vegas, that's Kevin Nash, defeated Steve Regal. Johnny B. Bad defeated Chris Benoit. Keith and Kent Cole defeated the Wrecking Crew. Arn Anderson defeated Eric Watts. Ricky the Dragon Steamboat defeated unified WCW NWA World Tag Team Champion Brian Pillman. Davey Boy Smith defeated Rick Rude by disqualification, WCW US Champion. Dustin Rhodes defeated WCW TV champion Paul Orndorff. Only the U.S. title was at stake. NWA champion Barry Windham defeated Ron Simmons. In 2003, NJPW Ultimate Crush was held in Tokyo, Japan. Hiroshi Tenzan defeated Hiroshi Tanahashi. Ken Shamrock defeated Takahashi Iizuka. Jushin Thunder Liger and Koji Kanemoto defeated Tiger Mask 4 and Heat to retain the IWGP Junior Heavyweight Tag titles. Kenta Kobashi defeated Masa Chono to retain the GHC Heavyweight title. Yoshihiro Takayama defeated Yuji Nagata to retain the NWF Heavyweight title and win the IWGP Heavyweight title. Title changes May 2nd. 1964, Mad Dog Vachon defeated Vern Gagne to win the AWA World title. Also in 1964, Mike Clancy and Al Lovelock defeated Carol Crawford and Stan Pulaski to win the TSW United States Tag titles. 1969, Johnny Valentine defeated Fritz Von Erich to win the WCCW American Heavyweight title. 1977, Stanley Larry Hansen defeated Dirty Dick Murdoch to win the TSW North American title. In 1980, Terry Bam Bam Gordy defeated Junkyard Dog to win the MSW Louisiana title. 1982, Buzz Sawyer defeated Tommy Walford Rich for the Georgia National Heavyweight title in Atlanta, Georgia. 1982, NWA World Champion Ric Flair defeated Angelo Mosca by disqualification in the main event of the Jim Crockett Promotions event at the Greensboro Coliseum in North Carolina. 1983, the Rock and Roll Express of Ricky Morton and Robert Gibson defeated Midnight Express to win the MSW Tag Team titles. Tony Atlas defeated NWA World Champion Ric Flair by disqualification at the Georgia Championship Wrestling event in Beckley, West Virginia. 1984, Terry Taylor defeated Crusher Khrushchev in the finals of the tournament. However, the day's referee hands the MSW TV title to Khrushchev instead. 1994, Larry Zbyszko defeated Lord Steven Regal to win the WCW TV title. 1994, Doug Gilbert defeated Brian Christopher to win the USWA Southern Heavyweight Wrestling title in Memphis, Tennessee. 1994, Jake Roberts defeated the Dirty White Boy to win the Smoky Mountain Wrestling Heavyweight title. Also, Kendo the Samurai defeats Chris Hamrick in the finals of a tournament to win the vacant Smoky Mountain Wrestling TV title. 1996, Dean Malenko defeated Shinjiro Otani to win the WCW Cruiserweight title. 1998, Chris Benoit defeated Booker T to win the WCW TV title. 1999, Mitsuharu Misawa defeated Vader to win the AJPW Triple Crown. And in 2000, on SmackDown, Chris Jericho defeated Chris Benoit to win the WWF Intercontinental title. 2002, the WWF Hardcore title 24/7 rules see the belt pass from Stevie Richards to Shawn Stasiak to Jessica Credible to Chris Hawley to Richards to Stasiak back to Richards. 2002, Jushin Thunder Liger and Minoru Tanaka defeated Gedo and Jado to win the IWGP Junior Heavyweight Tag titles. 2007, Nick Togo and Taka Michinoku defeated Gedo and Jado to win the IWGP Junior Tag Team titles. 2010, Minoru Suzuki defeated Ryota Hama to win the AJPW Triple Crown title. 2012, the No Remorse Corps of Rocky Romero and Davey Richards are forced to vacate the IWGP Junior Heavyweight Tag titles after Richards suffers injuries in a car accident. Birthdays on May 2nd. 10-time world champion The Rock turned 42. Former WWE star Kayla Cross turned 34. One-time tag team champion WWF tag team champion Randy Moondog Rex Colley, age 64. And Japanese hardcore star Mr. Pogo turned 63. Also, May 2nd would have been the birthday of former WWF tag and hardcore champion Ray the Big Boss Man Trailer, 51. May 3rd, 1975, Giant Baba wins the revamped AJPW Champions Carnival by defeating Gene Kiniski, the Destroyer, and Mr. Wrestling in a round-robin league. 1999, Monday Night War continued. Raw defeated Nitro 6.4 to 3.4 in ratings. 2008, the WWE Diva Ashley Massaro was named in a Rolling Stone article about a high-end escort service in Los Angeles. operated by Michelle Braun, who ironically I've known my entire life. According to the reporter, they basically grew up together as her and her parents been good friends since before they were born. Who set up women like Maxim and FHM models, porn stars, and Playboy playmates with rich clients who would pay up to $25,000 a night. Ashley was mentioned with a photo as WWE star and Playboy cover girl, who was amongst a number of Los Angeles-based women attached to the escort event service. There was no implication that she had ever had sex for money. Just that she was among the celebrity type women. The service took a fee in return for setting up meetings with their clientele. 2011, former WWE star Sean DeVary worked a dark match at a SmackDown taping as a babyface. He doesn't return to the company. 1997 events. World Class Championship Wrestling Parade of Champions 4 was held at Texas Stadium in Irving, Texas. This event drew 5,900 fans compared to the nearly 25,000 the previous year. Matt Bourne and Steve Casey defeated Jack Victory and Black Bart. Steve Dawes defeated Killer Tim Brooks. Just Cousin Junior defeated the Grappler. Spike Hoover and Red River Jack defeated Eli the Eliminator. And Abdullah the Butcher with Gary Hart to earn a Jack versus Hart match. And then Red River Jack defeated Gary Hart by countout. Mil Mascaras defeated Al Madril. Skip Young defeated Brian Diaz in a lumberjack match. Bruiser Brody defeated Jeep Swenson with Gary Hart. Candy Divine won a 6-woman mud pit match. Kevin Von Erich fought Nord the Barbarian to a double countout to retain the WCW World title. And the Fantaxes of Bobby Fulton and Tommy Rogers and Steve Simpson defeated the Rock and Roll RPMs of Mike Davis and Tommy Lane with Eric Embry in a scaffold match. In 1998, ECW WrestlePalooza was held at the Cobb County Civic Center in Marietta, Georgia. The fame of Big Boss Man, this was the first and only one to be held on pay-per-view with an attendance of 3,405 people. The BWO, Blue Meanie, and Supernova defeated the FBI, Little Guido and Tracy Smothers with Tommy Rich in the corner. Just Incredible with Jason and Chastity defeated Mikey Whipwreck. Chris Candido and Lance Storm with Tammy Lynn Stitch defeated the Hardcore Chair Swinging Freaks. Axel Rotten and Balls Mahoney to retain the ECW Tag Team titles. Bam Bam Bigelow defeated New Jack. Tommy Dreamer and the Sandman defeated the Dudley Boys of Bubba Ray and Devon. Rob Van Dam fought Taboo to a time limit draw to retain the ECW TV title. Shane the Franchise Douglas defeated Al Snow to retain the ECW World title. In 2004, New Japan Pro Wrestling Nexus was held in Tokyo, Japan. Koji Kanemoto, Ultimo Dragon, and American Dragon defeated Pete, Tiger Mask, and Naomichi Marufuji. And then Yoshihiro Takayama and Minoru Suzuki defeated Masachono and Kazunari Murakami to retain the IWGP tag titles. Hiroshi Tanahashi defeated Sean O'Haire. Musashi defeated Katsuyori Shibata by knockout. Bob Sapp defeated Shinsuke Nakamura to retain the IWGP Heavyweight title. Every year since 2009 in JPW Wrestling, John Taco has been held in Fukuoka, Japan, 2009. Saw Shinsuke Nakamura and Toru Yano defeating Togi Makabe and Tomoaki Hanma. Jushin Thunder Liger and Sema defeated Tiger Mask and Koji Kanemoto. Yuji Nagata defeated Takahashi Iizuka by KO in a dog collar chain deathmatch. Bad Intentions of Giant Bernard and Carl Anderson defeated Tenkoji tag team of Hiroshi Tenzan and Satoshi Kojima And in your final main event, Hiroshi Tanahashi defeated Haruki Goto to retain the IWGP Heavyweight title. 2010, Jushin Thunder Liger defeated Negro Casas to win the CMLL World Welterweight title. Blue Justice Army of Yuji Nagata and Wataru Inoue defeated No Limit Tag Team of Yujiro Takahashi and Tetsuya Naito and Bad Intentions of Giant Bernard and Carl Anderson. In a three-way match, we win the IWGP Tag Titles. Naomichi Marufuji defeated Ryosuke Taguchi to retain the IWGP Junior Heavyweight title. Togi Makabe defeated Shinsuke Nakamura to win the IWGP Heavyweight title. 2001, Jushin Thunder Liger defeated Mascara Dorado to retain the CMLL World Middleweight title. Prince Devitt and Ryusuke Taguchi defeated the No Remorse Corps of Davey Richards and Rocky Romero to retain IWGP Junior Heavyweight Tag titles. Giant Bernard Carl Anderson defeated Yujiro Takahashi and Tetsuya Naito to retain the IWGP Tag titles. In your main event, Hiroshi Tanahashi defeated Shinsuke Nakamura to retain the IWGP Heavyweight title. 2012, the event was part of New Japan's 40th anniversary celebration. Low-Ki defeated Prince Devitt to win the IWGP Junior Heavyweight title. Toru Yano and Takahashi Iizuka defeated Hiroyoshi Tenzan and Satoshi Kojima to win the IWGP Tag Team titles. Hiroshi Tanahashi and Tetsuya Naito defeated Masato Tanaka and Yujiro Takahashi. And then your main event saw Kazuchika Okada defeat Hiroki Goto to retain the IWGP Heavyweight title. Title changes. 1884, H.M. Dufer defeated James McLaughlin to win the American Collar and Elbow title in Chicago, Illinois. 1946, Nunez defeated Buddy Rogers to win the NWA Texas Heavyweight title in Houston, Texas. 1961, Mysterious Medics defeated Jack and Joey Fargo to win the Gulf Coast NWA Southern Tag Team titles in Mobile, Alabama. 1973, Rip Taylor and Eddie Sullivan defeated the Hollywood Blondes. There was an earlier tag team of Hollywood Blondes, not Stone Cold, and the Loose Cannon. Jerry Brown and Buddy Roberts to win the TSW United States Tag Team titles. 1980, The Sheik defeated Mighty Igor to win the Detroit NWA United States Heavyweight title in Detroit, Michigan. 1983, Bret Hart defeated Leo Burke to win the Stampede North American Heavyweight title in Regina, Saskatchewan. 1985, Ted DiBiase and Steve Williams defeated the Rock and Roll Express of Ricky Morton, Robert Gibson to win the Mid-South Wrestling Tag Team Championship. 1990, John Tatum defeated Bill Dundee to win the USWA Heavyweight title in Dallas, Texas. 1991, Eric Embry defeated Jeff Jarrett to win the USWA Heavyweight title in Dallas, Texas. 1992, the Steiner brothers of Scott and Rick defeated Art Anderson and Bobby Eaton to win the WCW Tag Team titles. 1993, Papa Shango defeated Jerry Lawler to win the USWA Unified World Heavyweight title. 1995, Harlem Heat defeated the Nasty Boys to win the WCW Tag Team titles. Interestingly, this title change was recorded for WCW Worldwide 18 days before it aired, meaning that the Nasty Boys lost the title before they officially won them. 1995, Psychosis defeated El Hijo del Santo to win the Mexican National Welterweight title in Aguascalientes, Mexico. 1995, Sabu defeated Koji Kanemoto to win the IWGP Junior Heavyweight title. 1995, Kaiji Muto defeated Shinya Hashimoto to win the IWGP Heavyweight title. In 1997, Manabu Nakanishi and Satoshi Kojima defeated Kensuke Sasaki and Riki Choshu to win the IWGP Tag Title. 1998, Booker T defeated Chris Benoit to win the WCW TV title. In 2002, Crash Holly defeated Steven Richards to win the WWF Hardcore title, but then loses the belt back to Richards later in the night. 2006, CM Punk defeated Bret Albright to win the OVW Heavyweight title in a strap match at OVW's weekly TV tapings in Louisville, Kentucky. Yeah, also in 2006, Koji Kanemoto defeated Tiger Mask 4 to win the IWGP Junior Heavyweight title. 2011, on SmackDown, Randy Orton defeated Christian to win the World Heavyweight title. Birthdays on this date. 7-time JAPW Tag Team Champion Steve Monster Mac, turned 35. Also would have been the birthday of Hall of Famer Stu Hart, would have been 99. And a memorial for May 3rd on this date in 1996, the Wrestling World lost former AWA and WWF United States Champion Ray Stevens at the age of 60. Stevens began his career in 1958 at just age 15. Within 2 years, was main eventing alongside Gorgeous George, undeniably the most popular wrestler of the era. His first championship reign came in 1959 when he teamed with Roy Shire to win the NWA Chicago Tag Titles. In 1961, Stevens relocated to the San Francisco territory, which would become his home promotion for the next decade. This part of his career saw Stevens at the height of his popularity in 1962. A card headlined by a match between himself and Pepper Gomez set an attendance record for the Cow Palace, which I believe, though cannot confirm, still stands. In the same year, a local television station conducted a survey of wrestling fans, which discovered that Stevens was both the most hated and most popular wrestler in the area. Towards the end of the decade, he defeated WWF World Champion Bruno Sammartino by countout, and also held the AWA Tag Team titles alongside Pat Patterson. 1971, he switched home promotions, becoming an AWA regular. Here he achieved a further 3 tag team titles alongside Nick Bockwinkel and several more regional NWA titles, including 3 tag team titles reigns in JCP. A brief stint in the WWF followed before a return to the AWA, seeing him taking on fewer in-ring appearances after stints as an announcer. Stevens formally retired from wrestling in 1992, almost 42 years to the day since. To begin his career, Stevens died suddenly of a heart attack at his home in Fremont, California. One of his little-known legacies was the invention of the turnbuckle flip. Yeah, that's the one that several wrestlers do along with Ric Flair. They would whip their opponent into the corner, causing it to somersault out of the ring, a move later popularized by Ric Flair. Oh yeah, you get some more. May 4th, 1981, it was announced that Vince McMahon, that Andre the Giant had suffered a broken ankle. The injury was blamed on Killer Khan, setting up a series of grudge matches after Andre recovered. The WWE maintained ownership of the Giant cast, used to set the ankle and often displayed it at their annual WrestleMania Access events. 2003, the Atlanta Journal-Constitution reported that the daughter of the former WWF World Heavyweight Champion, the Iron Sheik, Marissa Verizzi, 27, the daughter of Hassan Vaziri, was found dead by Clayton County Police in bed in an apartment that she shared with her boyfriend, Charles Reynolds. According to the medical examiner's report, Vaziri was strangled to death. Reynolds apparently contacted his partner after killing her, who in turn convinced Reynolds to turn himself in. Police arrived. Reverend Mark Medlin and 2 members of his church were present at the apartment. Reynolds confessed, according to the initial report, saying it was his fault. Reynolds was arrested. Captain Jeff Turner said that the couple had been drinking and taking pills prior to the incident. In 2009, Necro Butcher's scene with Mickey Rourke in The Wrestler, where they brandished a staple gun in the midst of the hardcore CZW match, was nominated for the very dignified WTF Moment MTV Movie Award. The scene did not win, but was one of the many notable mainstream media mentions for Butcher that year, including a shout-out during the Academy Awards. 2011, it was announced that Edge would join the sci-fi series Haven as a guest star. His work led him to becoming a recurring character on the TV series. Also, 2011, it was announced Mick Foley had raised over $500,000 for the RAINN charity, Rain charity, and he still does that every year. Events in 2002, WWF Insurrection was held at Wembley Arena in London, England. Both was the first single brand pay-per-view for Raw and the first last under the WWF name, with an attendance of 10,500. Dark match saw Mr. Perfect defeating Goldust. Raw on the pay-per-view, Rob Van Dam defeated Eddie Guerrero by disqualification as Guerrero retains the Intercontinental title. Trish Stratus and Jacqueline defeated Jazz and Molly Holly. X-Pac defeated Bradshaw. WWF Hardcore titles was passed from Stevie Richards to Booker T to Crash Holly, back to Booker T, and finally back to Richards. The Hardy Boys defeated Brock Lesnar and Shawn Stasiak with Paul Heyman. Didn't know Stasiak was a Paul Heyman guy. Spike Dudley defeated William Regal to retain the WWF European title. And Steve Austin defeated the Big Show with Ric Flair as special guest referee. Triple H defeated Undertaker in the main event. 2014, WWE held its Extreme Rules live event on the network and pay-per-view and at the Izod Center in East Rutherford, New Jersey, with an attendance of 15,907. Pre-show scene. El Torito with Los Matadors defeating Hornswoggle with 3MB. And a WLC match. Cesaro with Paul Heyman defeated RVD and Jack Swagger with Jeff Coulter in a triple threat elimination match. Rusev with Lana defeated R-Truth and Xavier Woods in a 2-on-1 handicap match. Bad News Barrett defeated Big E to win the Intercontinental title. The Shield defeated Evolution in 6-man action. Bray Wyatt with Luke Harper and Eric Rowan defeated John Cena in a cage match. Paige defeated Tamina to retain the WWE Divas title. Daniel Bryan defeated Kane in an Extreme Rules match to retain the WWE Heavyweight title. Title changes on the 4th. 1905, George Hackenschmidt defeated Tom Jenkins to be recognized as the first World Heavyweight Champion. 1968, Danny Hodge and Skandar Akbar defeated Teddy Yokauchi and Chuck Carbo in the final of the tournament to win the vacant GSW United States tag titles. In 1973, Jack Mulligan defeated Jose Lothario to win the Texas Heavyweight title. 1986, Terry Von Erich, Lance Von Erich, and Steve Simpson defeated the Fabulous Freebirds of Terry Bam Gordy, Michael Hayes, and Buddy Roberts, the originals, to win the WC World Class Championship Wrestling World 6-man titles. Simpson immediately gave up his share of the titles to Kevin Von Erich. 1987, the Fantastic defeated the Rock and Roll Express, Rock and Roll RPMs of Tommy Lane and Mike Davis to win the vacant World Class Championship. Wrestling World Tag Team titles in 1992, Jerry the King Lawler defeated Kamala to win the USWA Unified World title. 1995, Atsushi Onita defeated Mr. Pogo to win the FMW World Brass Knuckles Heavyweight title in Nagoya, Japan. Onita would vacate the title the next day after defeating Hayabusa in his retirement match. The retirement didn't last, with Onita coining the name Mr. Liar while breaking his vow to retire. 1996, Tony Falk defeated Jesse James Armstrong to win the USWA television title. 1998, on Nitro, Fit Finley defeated Booker T to win the WCW TV title. 2001, Mike Thunder defeated Rocky Reynolds to win the NWA Junior Heavyweight title. In 2001, John Zandig defeated Kentaro Kanemaru to win the Big Japan Pro Wrestling Deathmatch Heavyweight title in a tournament final in Sapporo, Japan. The belt had been vacated when Tamakai Hanma walked out on the promotion. 2004 on SmackDown, Jacqueline defeated Chavo Guerrero to win the Cruiserweight title. 2010, the band, Scott Hall, Kevin Nash, defeated Matt Morgan in a handicap match to win the TNA tag titles. Eric Young is also recognized as champion under the Freebird rule. Birthdays on the May 4th. Happy birthday to Hall of Famer Mr. Fuji, age 78. Turned 78. Current WWE referee Scott Armstrong, turned 54. 16-time WWC Universal Champion Ray Gonzalez, turned 41. And former WWF and WCW valet Alicia Webb, turned 34. Also would have been the birthday of former NWA Western State star Dory Funk Sr. Would have been 94. I get one more. Oh, yeah. May 5th, 2002. WWF officially renamed it to WWE after a lawsuit from the Worldwide Fund for Nature. 2009, Ric Flair made his debut on Ring of Honor on HDNet. Events on May 5th, 1985, WCW World Class Championship Wrestling Parade of Champions 2 held at Texas Stadium in Irving, Texas, all in attendance of 26,153. Terry Von Erich with Fritz Von Erich defeated One-Man Gang with Gary Hart in a hair versus hair match. The Fantastics of Bobby Fulton and Tommy Rogers defeated the Midnight Express of Bobby Eaton and Dennis Condrey with Jim Cornette to win the vacant NWA American Tag titles. Ric Flair fought Kevin Von Erich to a double countout to retain the NWA World title. The Von Erichs, Kevin and Kerry and Mike, and the Fabulous Freebirds, Michael Hayes, Terry Van and Gordy Buddy Roberts defeated Chris Adams, Gino Hernandez, Rip Oliver, One-Man Gang, Kamala, and Dr. Death Steve Williams with Gary Hart and Scandal Akbar in a two-ring match. In 2001, WWF Insurrection was held at Earl's Court in London, England. With an attendance of 15,794, Eddie Guerrero defeated Grandmaster 6A. Perry Saturn and Dean Malenko with Terry Reynolds defeated Crash Holly and Hardcore Holly with Molly Holly. Bradshaw defeated Big Show. Edge and Christian defeated X Factor of X-Pac and Justin Credible with Albert. Hardy Boys and the Dudleys in a fatal four-way elimination match. Chris Benoit defeated Kurt Angle in a 2 out of 3 falls. Chris Jericho defeated William Regal to win the Queen's Cup. And The Undertaker defeated Stone Cold and Triple H with Stephanie McMahon Helmsley in a handicap match as Austin retains the WWF title as Taker pinned Triple H. In 2012, TNA Impact Wrestling held a live event in Rabobank Arena right there in Bakersfield, California. Was at this event. The person that sent in this news for it was at the live event in person. Before the show, there was a meet and greet with the talent, which included Tara, Gunner, the Pope, Mr. Anderson, Robbie E., Bad Influence, and Earl Hebner. Don West was on the house mic, running his mouth the entire meet and greet, trying to get to sell merchandise. It was great. They made sure everyone had a chance to buy what they wanted at the merchandise tables before they brought out the talent. You were able to buy backstage passes to meet those who didn't go to the pre-show meet and greet during intermission. This included Kurt Angle, Magnus Samoa Joe, and Robert Roode. It was good for 2 people. So split it between split it with a buddy. Also during the intermission, winner was signing autographs. Tracy Brooks was in the crowd and was more than willing to sign and pose for anyone who asked. Jeff Hardy did a pre-show signing when you bought the 2-pack of his Styles' figures for $20. And here's the events that happened the matches that happened on the show. Gunner defeated the Pope. D'Angelo De Niro. Tara defeated Winner. Mr. Anderson defeated Robbie E. Jeff Hardy defeated Kurt Angle. Tag team champion Samoa Joe and Magnus defeated Christopher Daniels and Kazarian to retain the tag titles. And Rob Van Dam defeated World Heavyweight Champion Bobby Roode in a non-title match. Title changes. 1937, Floyd Hansen defeated Abdul Khan to win the Montana State middleweight title in Great Falls, Montana. 1940, Bobby Bananas defeated Jack O'Brien to win the Mexican National Light Heavyweight title in Mexico City, Mexico. 1961, Dory Dixon and Rito Romero defeated the Corsicans of John and Joe to win the Texas NWA World Tag Team titles in Houston, Texas. 1962, Bill Howes defeated Jacques Lagitte to win the European mid-heavyweight title in London, England. 1976, Dino Bravo and Mr. Wrestling defeated Gene and Ole Anderson to win the NWA World Tag Team title in Raleigh, North Carolina. 1978, Jerry Brown and Bobby Jaggers defeated Ray Candy and Stephen Little Bear to win the TSW United States Tag Team titles. 1978, Bruno Sammartino defeated Gorilla Monsoon to win the WWC North American Heavyweight title in San Juan, Puerto Rico. 1982, King Kong Bundy defeated Kerry Von Erich to win the World Class Championship Wrestling American Heavyweight title. 1982, JYD, Junkyard Dog, and Mr. Olympia defeated the Wild Samoans of Alpha and Sika to win the MSW Tag Team titles. Somebody tell me that Alpha and Sika was also the head shrinkers. Or that was an early Haku. And Sika. 1984, Blackjack Mulligan defeated Black Bart to win the NWA Florida Brass Belts title in St. Petersburg, Florida. 1984, Wahoo McDaniel and Mark Youngblood defeated Jack and Jerry Briscoe to win the NWA World Tag Team titles in Greensboro, North Carolina. 1986, Rick Rude defeated Lance Von Erich to win the World Class Championship Wrestling TV title. 1990, Jerry King Lawler defeated Jimmy Valiant, the Boogie Woogie Man, to win the USWA Unified World Heavyweight title. In 2001, Prince Justice, a business former character, defeated Stone Mountain to win the NWA Wildside Heavyweight title in Cornelia, Georgia. In 2001 also, Randy Orton defeated Flash Flanagan to become the final and only two-time OVW Hardcore Champion in Jeffersonville, Indiana. Sometime after this win, the title was retired. 2014 on Raw, Sheamus won a 20-man Battle Royal match to win the U.S. title. Birthdays on May 5th, two-time NWA Florida champion Billy Fives turned 45. Current WWE referee Chad Patton turned 38. Hall of Famer Bill Watts turned 75. UK Indie regular Frankie Sloan turned 44. And two-time IWGP Junior Heavyweight Champion Hiroshi Hayes turned 53. A memoriam on May 5th, 2002, former NWA and WCW referee Randy Anderson died at the age of 42. Anderson was an accomplished amateur wrestler at the high school level, becoming Georgia State champion in his weight class. Anderson was a childhood friend of Arn Anderson. Interesting note, Arn took his ring name from Anderson, whose birth name was Randall Anderson, and the pair began training under Ted Allen. Anderson initially became a referee as part of his wrestling training, but soon found that he had a talent for the role and became full-time referee in the late 70s. He appeared primarily for Mid-South Wrestling and for the Championship Wrestling before signing with Juggalo Champion JCP in 1985. I thought it was Juggalo Championship, but it could be something else. By the time Ted Turner bought the promotion, Anderson was a regular main event referee. Anderson's WCW career was remarkably quiet until 1986 when he was the referee for the Bash at the Beach event, which saw the formation of the New World Order, NWO. He was also involved in an NWA storyline the following year, which led to his kayfabe firing at the hands of Eric Bischoff. During this period, he would also wrestle his one and only professional match, defeating fellow referee Nick Patrick. In 1999, Anderson was reinstated by WCW President Ric Flair, but would be forced to retire for health reasons. Mere months later, Anderson was originally diagnosed with cancer in 1995. Having recognized his own symptoms, he was given the all clear once, but the cancer returned in a more aggressive form, eventually claiming his life after a long battle. And that concludes May 1st through May 5th, this day in wrestling history. Thanks again. Peace out.